Hi bro, Journey Boy Phoenix here. Dead by Daylight is kind of cooked right now in the gaming. You know, they're not really at the best year, and then they just lost the Halloween collab, which was the collab that really put them on the map. But I want to look at a little more optimism, I guess, and I'm going to try to fix the 3 worst killer and the 3 worst survivor perks. Starting with survivor, that's where I'm going to get most of the buzz from. Starting with them, the 3, how did I find these? The site I use called Nightlight. It's what I use to get perk icons, you know, all this stuff like that. It's not a sponsorship. I just think it's, honest to God, just a really good site, and I recommend a lot of people to use it if you want to change your perk icons. I know I change mine fairly often. Or if you just want to see, you know, what perks to really run, you can look at the most used and look at the win rates. All that under the sun. Let's get in the video though. First perk on here. This is the worst rated perk for survivors. Nobody runs this. Invocation Treacherous Crows. If you don't know what invocation perks do, you have to go down to the basement, interact with a weird circle in the basement, get the buffs. But they do have a drawback. The drawback for all of them are, you know, you're injured and you're broken. But the upside with this is when a survivor is in the terror radius of the killer, and the killer scares crows, their aura is revealed for 2 seconds. I gotta spend, first, I'm wasting 60 seconds I could be working on a gen, helping other survivors with odd tasks. Heck, clearing a dull totem is more helpful than this. You gotta do all this rigmarole for it just to see a 2-second aura. And you have to be in the killer's terror radius. So it already doesn't work for a handful of killers. A lot of killer perks actually, you know, change the terror radius or get rid of it altogether. So you're not actually like, it's not working against killers who can just no terror radius. So Ghostface, Sadako, Freddy, Myers, so many killers remove their terror radius. This is a terrible perk, and I see why nobody uses it. How would I change this? All right, we're going to get rid of the you gotta be in a terror radius. That's gone. That's gone. You see the killer's aura, I'm gonna give it for 5 seconds. At the most, 5 seconds. That base kit Calm Spirit, OG Calm Spirit, where you would never disturb a crow. That's what we're going with. You don't disturb crows. That killer even looks at one, he is cooked. I think that's fair for it. Next survivor perk on the chopping block is the Alan Wake perk Deadline. If you don't know what it does, skill checks appear 10% more frequently while repairing or healing, and it appears in random places. The penalty for missing the skill check is reduced by 50%. This is not really a bad perk. It only works when you're injured. That's the bad part. Ugh, man, I should actually finish reading it. I'm so stupid. It's not too bad. How would I fix it? Get rid of the injured thing, and you just have more frequent skill checks in random places, and there's no real margin for, you know, missing them really. It can work. I just don't like. It's kind of just pointless. Like, I would say you can run other perks with it to make this perk shine better, like This Is Not Happening or like Stakeout. But that's a whole lot of rigmarole to make one crappy perk work when Alan Wake already has Champion of Light, a way better perk. Yeah, that's how I'd fix it. Just get rid of the injured and appear maybe 15% faster. I'm gonna give it the 5. Next perk on here is the teamwork one. It's a Renato perk, collective stealth. I like the concept of teamwork perks. I just hate the executions, but then again, you can't make it too overpowered. What this one does is, when a survivor finishes healing you, you both leave no scratch marks when you stay within 16 meters of each other. The effects linger for 4 seconds while leaving the range. It's kind of pointless. Even with the linger, it's kind of pointless. I'd have it linger for 10 seconds. Is it going to be annoying to play against this? Yes, but the whole concept of the video is juicing some of these perks, but not, you know, too overpowered. I also don't like the little blurb at the end. This effect does not stack. Why doesn't it stack? It's not really doing anything. 16 meters, you were kind of like on top of each other to begin with. I don't know, it's just it's just a meh perk to begin with. I just increased the linger because this kind of has nothing. Alternative. I can't even do a speed increase because there's already a perk that does that in the game. This kind of falls down on the there's too many perks in the game for them not to overlap, and I think that's a problem with this. I feel like this overlaps with other garbage perks. Alright, now we're going to move on to the top 3 worst killer perks. Again, of usage rates. These really don't get used, and one of them is actually shocking that's down here. That being said, we're starting off the killer side with a perk that I get why it's in the gutter. Scourge Hook, Hangman's Trick. If you don't know what it does, it's a Scourge Hook, so you get 4 random hooks. They're highlighted in white. It used to be a thing where, you know, survivors couldn't sabotage them, but they got rid of that. I don't know why, honest to God. And now you just get a notification when they do. While carrying a survivor, you see the aura of any survivor from 16 meters of the Scourge Hooks. It's good info. It is very good info, but it is not that helpful. Let's lower it to 10 meters within every hook. We remove the Scourge Hook thing from it. It's just a normal hook perk. You see survivors 10 meters of every... I'd cut it down to 5 meters. I'm not doing it. That's actually stupid. 8 meters. You see the aura of every survivor within 8 meters of any hook. Perfect. Perfect. It's juiced, but not too overpowered. Next perk down here, Hoarder. It's the Twins perk. Shocked it's actually this low. What it does, survivors reveal their location when they interact with a chest and pick up an item within 64 meters of your location, but they also get 2 additional chests in the game. I don't hate this. I really actually enjoy this perk because it adds a little bit more interactive, a little more variety, but let's be on God, not that many people really go through chests. I don't like how they got rid of the thing where, you know, it used to give you like it would guaranteed a crappy item. It's just, we're reverting the nerf or decrease the rarity. What it's going to be, green rarity and down, it's normal. Green rarity and up, it's missing 50% of its charge. Perfect. I think that's fair. We keep the killer instinct. We keep the 2 additional chests. We're just buffing it, so if it's a higher item, to be honest, this perk is still not going to be used, and that's only because how are you supposed to really use this perk? Next perk up, All Shaking Thunder, one of the Houndmaster's perks, and it's weird because I actually really like this perk. After falling from a height, your lunge attack is increased by 75% for 25 seconds, then the perk goes on cooldown for 5 seconds. I get why a lot of people don't really run this perk. I get why a lot of people don't run it because it's a situational thing that you even get a map that you can even have a fall. But 80% of the maps in this game have a drop point. Even Larry's has a drop point. And 25 seconds for a 75 increase lunge, it is demon work. I don't get why people don't use this. I honest to God don't get why people don't use this. Is a hard counter to balance if you think about it like that. I think this is a great perk. How am I gonna juice it a little bit more, make it look a little bit higher? You get 100% increase in your lunge. Bam, bam, bam. An extra 25% might be the thing to have you be like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna try that perk. Yeah. I actually wanted to end this video with a couple of comments I got on the TikTok video. I got like 3 comments of some people recommending perk requests, and I'm all down to read some perk ideas. I'm all down for that. I really do enjoy doing that. One homeboy commented, "Comrade, appreciate you for the comment at all. I really do appreciate every comment, every subscribe, every like, every just view. I enjoy, I'll be honest. I appreciate it." Homeboy said, my killer perk idea, lockdown. While sitting next to a non-complete generator, press the activation button to activate lockdown. For 120 seconds, all but one side of the generators is blocked by the entity. Cooldown for 180 seconds. I like the concept. And he even put under it, not a meta perk, but I thought it would be useful for holding 3 gens. Survivors can't double up on generators. It would take a full 90 seconds to complete without a toolbox. I like the energy, and I like the idea. It could work. The only thing I'm scared of, it's too gimmicky for its own good, and I think that's going to be the thing that's going to weigh the perk down. It's way too gimmicky, but it's also one of those perks where you don't know how much you needed it until you're not running it. There's a lot of perks like that in the game. I'm going to be honest. There's a crap. The one trickster perk, was it No Way Out? The one that blocks the exit gate. It's one of them. You don't know how good it is until you don't run it. That's what this perk feels like. It can still work. It can still work. Somebody else, a local insane person, W name by the way, said, I have one called Scourge Hook Tea Time. The survivor placed on the hook will not scream or give a notification. I like that. No, I like that. I really like that one. And because it's a Scourge Hook, it won't pop all the time. It's like Knockout, but for hook survivors. The only thing I don't like is the same reason why, Knockout sucked. This is only hurting solo queue survivors. This is not really hurting survivor friends. It would be a cool perk to run, but it would also get hard countered by like Kindred, which is a survivor perk that should be ran more. I still like it though. I still like it. It could work.